Welcome to EDU World Space.
Right, so for part A here, we want to find the value of C, and this is called the joint density function. So we're going to integrate. So we know that if we integrate a joint density function, triple integral of some joint density function, we're going to call this one f, over the volume, it's going to be equal to 1. This is the probability. This is really what's going on here. Okay.
Application
Just
of
to
the
give you guys
work-energy
some insight.
wet.
So we're
From the
integrating from
work-energy
0 to
theorem,
infinity,
the force F
0
is
to
given
infinity,
by F equals
0 to
frac
infinity
times KE,
of
where
C
KE equals
to
kinetic
negative
energy, S equals stopping
0.5x
distance. If I'm given
plus
for object A,
0.2y
Fa equals frac
plus
100,000,
0.1z.
0.10. For
Then we go
object B,
dx
FB equals
dy
frac
dz.
225,
Okay.
1500
So
equals
to make this kind of
0.15
formal,
times
we're going
space
to
n.
take
And
as
force
t
ratio
goes
frac
to
FA, FB
infinity.
equal frac 0.10, 0.15 equal
Okay.
frac 2 null
Got
result.
ce
I'm a
to the
box
negative
frac FA, FB.
0.05x,
Would you like a
e
PDF
to the
version
negative
of this explanation?
0.02y, and e to the negative 0.1z, dx dy dz. Okay, so we can pull out this c. The limit as t goes to infinity, 0 to t. Now I can split this up accordingly. Because each one doesn't depend on the other. Okay, so we got this. And now integrating this, what do we end up with? Okay, so we're going to get e to the negative 0.05x from 0 to t over negative 0.5. Okay, and then e to the negative 0.02 from y, 0 to t, for negative 0.02. So there's a times in each one of these. And the same thing over here. Okay. So, pretty easy, to be honest, to see that once we actually do all this multiplication out, okay, so we're going to get c limit t goes to infinity of so for 0.05, 1 over 0.05 is going to be negative 2. This guy will give us times negative 5, and this guy will give us times negative 10. Okay. And then what are we going to get here? We're going to get e to negative 0.05t minus 1 times e to negative 1t minus 1, e to negative 0.1t minus 1. So as limit as t goes to infinity, each one of these is going to go to 0. Okay. So we're going to get c times negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. And this is 100c. And we have to have this to equal to 1. So c is equal to 1 over 100. Okay? So that's the first, that's part A. Now, part B, we're integrating x and y from 0 to 1, but z from 0 to infinity. We've got our 1 over 100 of e to the same thing here. This is an x. Dx, dy, dz. All right, so we know integrating with respect to z here, we know from the previous problem what we're going to get. Okay, so we're going to get 1 over 100. We'll pull out the constant from 0. I guess we'll do this as a limit. T goes to infinity, 0 to t. e to the negative 0.1z dz. And then we've got these integrals here. Okay, so I'm not going to do this one out, but we can really just see that we're going to get 10. Okay, for that one we'll get 10, and again, not too difficult to see that. Okay, and then for these guys in green, well, these are pretty straightforward integrals. We're going to get times negative e to this negative 0.5 plus 1 over 0.5, and then negative e to negative 0.2 plus 1 over 0.2. Okay? So, doing all this out, and you can use a calculator, our answer is going to be 0.07132. If you simplify, you're going to again end up with 1 minus e to the negative 0.02. There's 1 minus e to the negative 0.05, and that's what this guy is. Okay, so that's part B. And we've got one more part C. Well, now we're just going to 0 to 1 for each one, x, y, and z. 1 over 100 of our function. And remember, our function is e to the negative 0.05x plus 0.2y plus 0.1z dx, dy, dz. All right, so we got 1 over 100, and we're going from 0 to 1 of e to the negative 0.5x dx, 0 to 1 of e to the negative 0.2y dy, 0 to 1 e to the negative 0.1z dz. All right, so we're going to get 1 over 100 times 1 over 0.5, negative 0.5, doesn't really matter, e, well, let's just do 0.5, and we're going to get negative e to the negative 0.5 plus 1 times 1 over 0.2, negative e to negative 0.2 plus 1, 1 over 0.1 times negative e to negative 0.1 plus 1. Okay, so one thing that we see is that all these guys here are going to cancel out, and our answer is going to be 1 minus e to the negative 0.5, 1 minus e to the negative 0.2, 1 minus e to the negative 0.1. Okay, and this is about 0.00678.